Okay, so now that we have done integrating Git and we have created our branch, the next thing we need to do is to set up our pom.xml. So for those who are probably new to testing, your pom.xml file is very important in your Selenium framework because this is where you would manage all your dependencies, your build configuration, and all of your project metadata. This is where it's going to be. So I did create a blog post for this. As I said, my blog is coming very soon. And it's a step-by-step on how to add your dependencies to pom.xml. So the first thing you want to do is go to your MVN repository. So it will be mvmrepository.com. As you see, I have it up here. And we're going to add some dependencies. So the first thing we're going to add is our Selenium dependency. Here, once you click on it, you click search. So I'm going to use org.seleniumhq here, Java, and I'm going to use the latest version. Some people like to use the most used version. I find that the latest version is not a problem at all for me. Okay, you're going to copy that to your clipboard. When you come into your project, ensure you are on pom.xml. You really can't miss it because this is what it looks like, right? You put the less than sign and then you click on dependencies. Then you enter down a couple of times and you're going to paste your first dependency. Okay, so now that is our Selenium dependency. We're going to go back here. And we are going to now do our Cucumber Java dependency and click search. And we are going to use IO Cucumber. Just ensure that it is this one here. And I'm going to do 7.14. Again, just don't know why I did that. Just click on that, copy, and give it the space. Paste. Now, let us do the rest. The other dependency we're going to do is our Cucumber JUnit dependency. And I am going to use this one here, the IO Cucumber JUnit dependency again. So very important, your Cucumber Java and your Cucumber JUnit. See, there's a note here. Cucumber Java and Cucumber JUnit must be the same version. I find that when they're the same version, it just works better. Trust me on this. So then you could also add other dependencies. Like, for example, we could just do, let's do a Java Faker. Let's do a Java Faker here. And this sometimes, like, you really, it's an option, but a lot of us use the Java Faker, especially when you're just trying to do negative test cases. The Java Faker does come in handy for that. There, so we have the Java Faker, and I'm gonna do a reporting tool here as well. me.jvt. Let's see if I'll find it with that. And so I'm going to do the Cucumber plugin, the me.jvt. I want to ensure, yep, this is the one. So this is the Cucumber reporting plugin that I'm going to put in my project here. And there we go. Now, once that we have that, you could also do WebDriver Manager by Bonnie Garcia. Not necessarily needed because of the updates, but you know what? Let's just put it in. WebDriver Manager. Okay, and there's a lot of WebDriver Manager. I use Bonnie Garcia here, as you could see, and I use, because I was having a lot of issues with the recent version, so I use 5.5.3 still, because the other versions, it just wasn't working for some reason. All right. Now, once you're done with that, you need to load this. So we are going to load it like that. It does take some time, so just give it a little bit of time. So once it's loaded, you're going to see everything turn to white. There is something very important that you didn't see here that you also need to be aware of. Once you load Cucumber, I said cucumber, my bad, Cucumber. I don't know how to pronounce it. But once you load the Cucumber, it is going to actually ask you to do the Gherkin plugin. So I didn't need to do that because I originally already did it. So you're going to go to IntelliJ Settings Plugins. If you don't see plugins, you could just go to this search bar and type it here. Once you click on the plugin, you're going to have to type, you see mine is already installed. You're going to have to type Cucumber for Java and then Gherkin. So please pay attention to these two. These two plugins need to be in order to run the Cucumber layer of your framework. So once you have those and you type it up here, you're going to click apply and OK. And that is our pom.xml. Now let us go ahead and commit and push these changes. Very important thing here that I want you to notice is that when I am pushing to GitHub, I am not pushing my unversioned files. Okay? I am only pushing my changes. You really, especially if you're collaborating on a project, you don't want to push these. It gets really ugly and it's not necessary. We do have that git ignore. So pom.xml file, very important. Always add a message when you're pushing to GitHub. So I'm just going to say added dependency. This is important when you're collaborating to say what you did when you push it to GitHub, because chances are somebody has to review, at least in my organization, another person has to review it. So they're going to see what changes you made. Okay, so as you could see, I am pushing it. See, I'm pushing it to my branch, the mtester branch, and I'm going to push that to my GitHub. All right. Now, I'm going to do that. As you could see, it says here, mtester has recent pushes less than a minute ago. That is me. I'm going to compare and pull requests. As we see here, create pull requests, and there we go. Merge pull request, confirm merge, and it is merging. And as you could see, successful. Now, this is just where you're going to see all the commits that you have made. And then you go to the master branch, you have your pom.xml, and this is where these are the dependencies that we added. Ideally, I am going to say something that I do. I hate to leave all this space in between. That is something I would obviously clean up once I go. Once I go in, I will clean that up. But yeah, that's it. That's our pom.xml. Thank you, guys.